and that is your philosophy. So I hope you guys are ready. It is time for the philo. Good. I got water. I thought I had to get some. I got me a water. We're going to be good to go on this. I hope you guys are ready. Well, hello, new people. New people, this is going to be like when you get into an option, because you're either going to love me from here or you're going to hate me. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. This is that weird point. You just got into a trade with the Colt. You're like, you're in the Colt. Like, what's this? The philo, it's either hate it or love it. The underdog's on top. And I'm going to grind until the philos don't stop. Okay. Anyways, so here's the disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why, new guys, I'm telling you now, this is the philosophy. So if you're not into any personal development concepts, religious concepts, scare you, EQ out, make you feel weird, uncomfortable, you don't like the Bible, Confucianism, anything, but mainly the Bible. I'm very, very biased to the Bible. It's the only book I read. It's kind of weird. But if you don't like any of those concepts and only want live 24-hour stock market news and trades brought to you by Carl's Jr., then you're not going to like this moment. So we like to do this for personal success and development. I think, it's a cult. We want everybody to be financially stable. We want people to reach success. There's value in these lessons, or at least I like to think so, and so do some others. So if it's not for you, that's fine. I don't want to mislead you. I don't want to push anything on you. We're not trying to clickbait you. So simply leave for about 15 minutes, come back, and you could join back in. But I encourage you to stay. If you don't want to stay, you don't need to tell anybody. That just solidifies the insecurity you have about these concepts, and it would even actually give you more reason to stay. So, yeah, if you do like it, well, I got something for you. All of you guys, different questions here. You guys say, someone said, I feel like a counselor, this and that. I'm not even allowed to be like a counselor like that, unfortunately. That you can with some stuff. But I love all of you guys, and let the philo guide you. And, if you ever feel like that, I like a book. You can ask me about one of my favorite books. It's, Dr. Philo. But we're going to talk about a weapon today. I want to talk some militaristic strategy to a degree, or something else. I haven't seen this guy make one trade. My guy, I'm sorry. I'm in philo. You can't distract me on philo, my guy. Come on. I just spent like $17,000 literally in the last 60 minutes. Like, why are you going to do that to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to be philo. Like, come on, G. Like, I love you so much. So thank you for being here. You could watch the recap later. We're going to go over it. But, like, don't clap him. Just listen, dude. Like, it's okay. Like, don't sleep. Wake up earlier next time, bro. Like, why you gotta do me like that? It's okay. I'm messing with you. It's a positivity clap. It's just like, smile, man. All of you, relax. Okay? That's what I was started with, honestly. I feel very blessed. I feel excited to be here every single day. You guys are the best. Like, I love the cult, man. It's honestly, like, I said it at the end of the day yesterday, and let me give you guys a reminder. Honestly, you guys heard that philo yesterday. If you can't show love, you're not in the cult. That's it. And it doesn't mean, like, you have to show love to me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if you really don't have love in your heart, and, like, you don't, like, the cult is showing love for people. Cult is showing love for people even if they don't like you. Cult is being positive, is being respectful. So don't, if you really want to know what the jersey is, man, like, honestly, at the end of the day, you're going to say cult, TTF, any of this. Like, just show love, man. And you guys should enjoy it. And that's really what it's boiling down to. There's success in that. And that's really what I want to see. But, like, at the same time, like, I know who my people are. And that's who it is. It doesn't matter. I don't care where you come from. I don't care how you talk. I don't care how you sound. I don't care your ethnicity. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're broke. None of that matters. Is if you show in love or not. You have that ability. Do you have that in your heart or not? That is really there. So at the same time, I will tell you this. One thing that made me very, very happy is just a random thought. This is how I'm going to start today's philo with. It was yesterday. I got super giddy about this. Just thinking about this yesterday. And it's what we did with the philo and the timing. Everybody was waiting for Powell. And I was like, listen, we should get this out the way. Thank God we did, because yesterday was really, really packed. We had the Snowflake IPO. We had all of it. Yesterday was wild. There was a lot. But I just liked it. I don't ever mean to hold any, because, I don't want to push anything on you. I don't want to hold it over people's heads or have it come off that way, but getting to do that philo early, like just at the peak when I knew everybody was waiting for something else, man, but they had to listen to the philo. And just the fact that many, that people got to listen to a simple message of have no fear, and get exposed to a little bit of positivity. There was a little bit of God in there and all that, but at the same time, that made me happy. I don't know why. It got me excited. It was just, I don't know why that gave me a happy feeling yesterday. So I love all of you. God bless you. But that's something, I really hope even the responses I got yesterday from people, I hope you guys realize that, that's boil philo down to that. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like just getting exposed to that positivity, some of these reminders. I'm really glad you guys are hearing it, but at the same time, like expose yourself to it too, though, and I'd say be happy about that. So at the same time, that is what it is. Now, there is one thing I read yesterday in the Bible, and it got me thinking, and it's funny. It's a weapon. That's what I want to talk about. Honestly, having no fear, wearing the armor, the strategies FAA approves Boeing's fix. We'll see. But the thing about it is we see these concepts come a lot. Honestly, you want to be successful in life. I mean, tools, strategies, weapons. I mean, competitive advantage if we're talking business. What are your weapons in business? What are your weapons in trading? What is your weapons in real estate? What can you use? I know mine. Like in stocks, I know what I'm good at. I know where I have a weapon in, and I know where I could use it to my advantage. Even when we talked about with the IPOs and all that, you could use your account balance as a weapon, a competitive advantage, a tactical advantage. Yes, I even like the word tactical, just being tactical in general, especially when it comes to getting what you want, especially in finance, especially in life. So there was this line in, what book was it? I think it was Hebrews. Yeah, Hebrews 10. Where is it? I think it was 10:13. So I'll read it to you real quick, but there's just one line that stuck out to me, and then it reminded me of everything else. It said, but our high priest offered himself to God as a single sacrifice for sins, good for all time. Then he sat down in the place of honor at God's right hand. There he waits until his enemies are humbled and made a footstool into his feet. For by that one offering, he made it perfect, blah, 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 blah. It goes on. So that's not the that's not the main point. The main point that just stuck out to me, it just says he sits down at the place of honor with God, all this, but then it says there he waits. I like that one because I thought about that, and I've thought about that many times. It's come up a lot of times in the Bible, the concept of waiting. But even the Lord waits, and even in that case, but no, it's not even waiting. It's even how it's phrased says he sits at the right place of honor. There he waits until his enemies are humbled. It's literally there he waits is saying that's his attack. It doesn't say then he attacks, then he gets up and does all this, and he strikes him down with lightning, and then he does all this. No. He waits as if it is a tactical strat. And again, it makes sense. Because this concept of waiting, it comes up a lot, in that verse and many other verses. Honestly, now put this into perspective and think about the whole Bible in general. The whole Bible, Revelation, the apocalypse, the YouTube comments. Everybody tell you, Jesus, repent. He's coming. What does that all boil down to? Literally, last 2,000 years, every single generation, the Bible, what does a whole damn concept boil down to with religion and everything? Think about it. It's funny. It boils down to freedom, all that stuff. We could get faith, freedom, all that, but there's one it's this concept. Waiting. Simply waiting. Every church, every person before us is still waiting for Jesus. They were waiting back then. Nobody will know the time. You have to wait. That is the weapon. That's the next stage, waiting. The whole thing of the Bible boils down to you living this life and then waiting for something you don't know. That the rest will require faith. But this concept and idea of waiting, and waiting at strategically and as and what it leads to, or how waiting is an actionable step that leads into another level, that caught my attention, especially when I read the other side. So that's where I'm like, waiting is low key, it's part of human life. I think for everybody at multiple, like I said, don't forget that concept. It's usually before you hit another level. Again, you wait, the Bible, this, and anything. I mean, even if you don't believe in Christian, and again, this is for everybody. Most concepts, even most religious concepts, boil down to waiting, even down to reincarnation. Everything has to do with waiting. But that's why even in this lens, I viewed it just strategically. It's a weapon, because now even when it says God, before his enemies are humbled, before they're attacked, whatever you want to call it, he waits. Kind of weird. I think so. But even then, it's key to everything. What does even Buffett say? He says the stock market is a vessel to transfer money from the impatient to the patient. So the stock market is on waiting. Your long term is based on waiting. Warren Buffett, S&P's dividend reinvestment is based on waiting. What makes somebody successful or not, a lot of times it depends on how they wait and what they did while they wait, if you really think about that. So I guess it brings up the next concept for me, or where it made me think now, if we wanted to use, how can you wield patience or waiting, effectively, but why doesn't it happen? Like, why is it hard to be patient and wait for a lot of people, especially myself included? I don't know. For me, it depends. This is what I came down to, because patience is a competitive advantage, essentially. That's what this is boiling down to. After I read this, I was just thinking to myself, okay, so waiting, you have to be careful of complacency, but at the same time, waiting holds it's a competitive advantage. If you really, really think about it, even in some business, if you have the ability to wait out a season, a bad cycle, anything, or if you have the ability to wait before you make a decision, it's important. Even think about with options. Oh my God, come on. You guys don't feel, I don't think anybody feels me on this. I don't think they feel me on. This isn't giving, this ain't hitting you the same. This might make you think too much. I don't know because I was very, very into this yesterday. I don't know why. It all connects to just, how can we use the waiting? Look, I'm just making sure. Don't lose me. Waiting is value, but waiting is a weapon. That's it. It is a form of, you see what I'm saying? Because how many of us, though, feel like when you're waiting, you're not attacking? Do you see what I'm saying? If I told some of you, like, literally, go make a long-term account and wait, don't buy anything. You don't, I just put money in, why? Do you see what I'm saying? But we need to understand why. Listen, you ever see a weapon that is powerful but misused? I want to learn how to use that. I want to learn how to use waiting even more, patience more. But then also to watch out for complacency and other things. So that's where we're at. So I think I was just thinking, I was like, maybe it's hard to wait most of the time because we don't know what we're waiting for. I think a lot of the times. Think about, literally think about the word wait. Wait. Sounds like the word weight. Weights, like pounds, heavy, metric weighting. The things Mustafa doesn't pick up. And that some of you refuse to do every hour or any day. You get your ass fucking moving. Take care of your body. Weight. But it's like weight, metric. Are you thinking that with me now? So what does weight mean? So what does weight in the sense of like pounds mean? It's like heavy. Or honestly, weight pulling you to the earth means you're grounded. That's how I looked at it yesterday. I thought about it. I said, well, weight it's heavy. See, you guys see it as a burden. No. I see it as a force, but it's weight. So weight is pushing down on the world. That's what gives it weight. How much force is on there? It's keeping you grounded. So so do you see what I'm saying? Weight means grounded. That's how I'm interpreting it here. So bear with me. But if you have nothing keeping you grounded, it makes sense why it's hard to wait, literally. If you have no weight, it's hard to stay grounded and remain somewhere. You literally cannot wait, and there is nothing pulling you down that you know that is keeping you grounded. Yeah, you like that? I'd like that one too. So, bear with me for example's sake, which is what I just said. But when you know what you're waiting for, it keeps you grounded. Like, think about it. You remember back in the day when we used to watch movies at the movie theater? You didn't go into the movies like we're going to go watch Frozen. You don't go into the movie theater. The trailers come on and you don't walk out. How come you guys don't walk out and get mad and leave? Think about it. Why not? Why don't you leave during the previews? I love the trailers. That's crazy. Isn't that funny? Why do we love movie trailers, but we hate ads? Yeah, see, look at you know. Amen. Some of you feel me. True. I haven't even gave you the punchline. You're like, Tro. Oh, Tro. Yeah, that's crazy, Josh. You don't get up and walk out of the movie during the trailers because you know what's coming. You know why you're waiting. You said, I came to this movie. I bought this overpriced popcorn. I spent $10 for a cup of Coca-Cola. Like, what are you saying? Like, I'm here. I know this is coming. You did all this. So now you're grounded. It's easy to wait when you know what's coming. It's easy to wait when you know why you're waiting. And at the same time, it makes sense why some of you guys get tossed and turned, myself included, all of us. Because we're not weighted down. We can't wait. That's why we're moving all the time. That's why you're doing something. That's why new ideas pushing you here, there. You have nothing keeping you literally grounded. So you're getting tossed and turned. That's why you're always moving. You literally can't wait because you don't even know what you're waiting for. This is literally the whole entire concept of Earl Nightingale's Strangest Secret in the World. Men simply do not think. They have no goals. What are you doing it for? Why do you wake up in the morning? Most people conform. Why did you wake up? Why are you waiting? Honestly, you were listening to this dude on the fucking internet. Whatever it is, it's crazy. But why? You know what why did you make the long term? Why are you going to do it? Why are you not going to go ahead and gamble your money away and blow at this? Because you know why you're waiting. You should be grounded. That should be heavy enough. And if it's not, keep thinking about it so it can weigh you down. Otherwise, you will not be able to, you're going to get tossed and turned. You don't know why you're waiting. You have no weight. It's blowing you around. And now you've lost that weapon. Remember, don't forget that. It's a weapon. See? So it makes sense why God knows, because God's saying, I'll humble you at the end. He said, I know what's coming. I can afford to wait. I know how to wait. I'm not going to get bothered in the movie theater waiting because I know what the fucking movie's going to play. So I think it's interesting. I think it's very, very, very interesting. This was my thought yesterday. You know, because this is what it is in life, man. It's the same thing with life, even this, and honestly, lucky for us, low key. You know what I'm saying? You get real existential on this. You can make it very broad. We could talk about a lot. I could talk about movies. We could talk about, some of you were saying it's your personal situation, all of this, and exactly, because it's very, very integral to parts of life and how you handle this. It relates to the fear, the lying, the roaring, everything. But lucky for us, if you can't make this concept click for stocks and finances, especially this concept of waiting has already been proven. It's already shown to be a weapon. Anybody who knows the basics of damn money understands that. Even that's why leverage, you guys know why leverage is so dangerous for people? Why is leverage so dangerous? Because when you over leverage and you can't afford to maintain that size, you literally cannot wait. They give you more weight up front, but it hurts your ability to wait on the back end. Oh, y'all don't feel me, man. That's too financial. That's too financial. See, because even if you don't like philo and you just into the money stocks, then if you understand, you have to know. That's what we're talking here. At least know the balances, risk, reward. That's all we're saying. So it's very important. Waiting and how to use, and honestly, that's what I'm saying. I think some of you guys, it's a gun. Like you should learn how to use it. Like you should know how to control it. You should know how to use it safely. And that's it. Like, honestly, like it's great for stocks and finances. And when you know what or why you're waiting for something, it's so easy. It's easier to do it. It's easier to invest. It's easier to save your money. You've already got to see a year of the investing. You've got to see 10 years of Amazon, 5 years, whatever. You already know it. The proof is there. But you have to remind yourself why you're waiting. Because, again, if you don't know why you're waiting, it's not going to keep you grounded. And then you're going to move. When you're moving around idea to idea your whole life, that's it. Some of you kept the worst job that you've said you've hated your whole life. You've waited in that and waited to do that. But everything else you did, invested for a little switch, the real estate for a little switch, maybe this, you never waited in one place. You never really understood why or made the decision. You don't even need to know why. It's whatever you tell yourself. That's why it goes back to Earl Nightingale. If you even just said, I want to do this, this is why I'm waiting. This is why I'm going to do this. You now have a reason to stay grounded in it, but you have to keep it weighted there. Usually the stronger the reason, the heavier it is. It's a lot easier to be grounded towards. So, know why you're waiting, man. It makes things easier. Honestly, in the way I looked at it yesterday, I was like, I might as well take a page out of God's playbook. If he's using that as a weapon, I should use it as a weapon. If that is how he's using it to handle things, I think I should too. It's a good example, like we talked about. But at the same time, it relates in so many ways. And I've thought about times, why is it easier to do this? Why is it difficult to do this? Usually it's either knowing why I'm waiting, and it doesn't mean I know correctly why, but I at least told myself something as to why I'm doing something and stuck to it and let it fucking have gravity and pull me down and stick to that. But then once you have that idea, you don't switch. That's the concept, and we've talked about that. But you see it, and this is what I said. It's like you got to be careful even with complacency. And honestly, I don't know. And some of you guys say you like this. Some of you think God is speaking to you right now. Honestly, dude, I don't know. I don't ever go that far to say that. I don't know. I said that one time. I said maybe it will relate to some more of you. I don't know. Because I'll tell you this, just like even in the Bible, the stories of the Bible, oftentimes the power was exhibited in waiting. God would put these people, they would be in situations where where odds would be against them, and the only real tool they had was waiting. It's crazy to think about. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So some of you are all going to have different scenarios, and some of you now might be in a position where it's like, you don't need to fucking wait. You need to move. And that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, the way I've boiled it down in my life, sometimes when it's stupid enough and requires a ridiculous amount of faith, I think that's God telling me when to rush, because that was the same thing in the story, in the Bible. Most people, he would either tell them to wait, or he would tell them to rush in at the most ridiculous moment where it didn't make any sense. One guy versus a million type of shit. And that's what I'm saying. Some of you may be in that situation. I don't know. It's going to speak to each of you different, but you know what I'm saying? It would really require faith, but the idea is whenever you commit to it, you got to let it weigh you down. So whether it is, I should wait for this, it's going to be this opportunity, or I need to jump on this right now, everyone doubts me, all odds are against me, I have no money in my bank account, I need to go do this, all that. Whatever, I'm going to do this, you commit and let it weigh you down. But that's it. So then that you could use waiting strategically to let these goals and everything come to fruition. Again, God, I say God, call it whatever you want. You don't have to believe in God to fucking look at a plant. You plant the seed, it grows, that's it. That's how it works everywhere. The world works in weird ways. It's the same thing. Waiting is necessary. So just utilize it and wield it, but just be aware of this concept. But a lot of people don't like to wait. We don't know how to wait. I don't think it's that. I think we all know how to wait. You all sit here for 7 hours a day. The real question is why you're waiting. What is weighing you down? That's why I love some of you guys. I love all of you, but I love some of you in the way because I know that's why someone's like, does this guy talk about this? That's a joke to some of you. To a lot of you, that's a fucking joke. Because some of you know why you're here. You're literally sitting here this whole time. You're weighted down. Because you know why. You've either seen me do something, I've taught you something, you've got something from the chat, you something, but you know why. You're sitting here. You're weighted down. Excellent. You've already applied this in your life for some time now. And God bless you. I love you. So now what else can we apply that to? What else do we know why we're waiting? The long term, that shit should weigh you the hell down. That's it, without a doubt. You see what I'm saying? You know why with options. Options go to zero. I know that. I'm weighted in that. I know that. That's why I don't trust them. I know we can make money, and I don't trust them, though. I understand that. But the long term are weighted down. You have to know why you're doing that. You have to know that even $1 is enough. Fuck out of here. You see, I don't have enough. Oh, no. I'm not. And it doesn't matter. With time, you know why you're going to wait. How $1 isn't $1 today. It's 1,000. They don't see it yet. You don't see it either, but you know why. You're going to wait to maybe see it. And that's good enough for me, at least. Some of you have already seen it. But apply it, man. That's it. So, that was it. I hope this philo helps you guys, and I hope it gives you a challenge to think about why you're waiting and understand what you're doing it for to weigh you down. And we will talk about this concept more. Probably like having no fear, because I think it goes in both. Again, when you have no fear, you're going to stay there. You know, connected to yesterday's philo, you will be a sheep surrounded by wolves, and you will still wait in the same spot. That's crazy. Do you see what I'm saying? So, apply all these. Roll with it. But know why. And that's what I'm saying. You have a reason to have that type of strength, if you really think about it, even if you're weaker. I've said that to you even in the option video. Some of you with the small accounts, your weakness is your biggest strength. These guys with big amounts of money, they're in really, really big ships. You're in a speedboat. You could get in and out. You could do things that other money can't do. And maybe God, whatever you call it, you have to learn that until you get till you could manage the big cruise ship. But that's how it is. So it's on every single side. But know why you guys are doing for it. But don't, and at the same time, don't get tossed and turned. Don't get tossed and turned. That's in Proverbs. Wisdom, seek wisdom. Honestly, it says wisdom in Proverbs is fear of the Lord, the foundation. Wisdom in Proverbs says a wise man does not get tossed and turned. You realize that. A sign of wisdom, simply wisdom, is stability. That's why. Go look at the sun. Stable as hell. So is the moon. So is the way the plant grows. So is the way that the air works. Everything. Thank God. I don't have to think about it. Even the way I'm breathing right now. Stability. You see what I'm saying? Know why. Get weighted down and know and focus in on it. That's it. But that stability is key. That's it, man. I'm going to leave you with that. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it helps. I'm sure we might have a philo hangover. You guys will chat it up a little bit, but I hope that helps. I hope that's a good one for you guys. Connect the dots with everything else from yesterday. I know there's a lot, but be easy too, man. Have no fear. Know what you're in here, man. Be positive, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, yesterday was beautiful. It made me excited. The fact, even just the fact that you even heard that, whether you understand or not, even if it fades away tomorrow or anything, just expose yourself to positive shit, man. It's not going to hurt you. Just think, whatever that little feeling you got of positivity, hold on to that and try to replicate it for yourself. Tell it, just keep it positive and then show love, baby. That's it.